If you're new to my YouTube channel, please click that subscribe button and remember to click the bell icon to get notifications of all my uploads throughout the week. Monday morning. They're still here. They haven't gone home yet. We're going back later on this afternoon. Just picking up a little bit of grocery shopping so that we've got fresh bread and milk and stuff when they get home. Beautiful day again. Look at that sky. Clear crystal blue.
Jobs to do.
I've still got what jobs to do?
Well, yeah, I've got painting to do, then I've got the draft to do. Pushing with it.
The top's under here and they don't even fit. Very good weekend.
So it's now 10 past, let me close the window. Might be a bit quieter if I turn the fan and everything off. I'll probably bake, but never mind. It's only for a short period of time. It's now 10 past 1 on Monday afternoon and I've dropped Mum and Dad back off home, so they're all safely ensconced, snug as bugs, and I'm on my way back to Leeds now, and the weather has stayed beautiful. It's absolutely glorious out there. So I'm going to turn this camera off now and then open some windows. Oh, I'm too cheap to use the air conditioning. It's Tuesday morning, I think. It is Tuesday today, isn't it? So are we on the 15th now?
Yeah.
Halfway through the month of May. Another beautiful day, as you can see. Cloudless skies, almost. And we're out just taking Mr Bentley for a quick walk this morning because I also needed to get some more milk. So, and a few more dog biscuits for Mr B. So I thought we'd all come out together this morning while the weather's beautiful and it's not too hot. Not yet. It's supposed to be one of the hottest days so far today. So we thought we'd get this little bit done and out the way first. That way we can enjoy the rest of the day. Here. Nice one.
Ready? Come on in. Come on, boo-boo. What's that doggy? There's a doggy up here, isn't there? Stop and sniff last night.
Stop and sniff.
Come on.
Come on. So I don't know whether you can hear that noise out there today, but Ian's out on the driveway with the pressure washer again. So the sun's shining, I've got all the windows open, and he decides to make loads of noise outside so I can't film. Wednesday morning, and before I get too ensconced in work at the computer, I want to try and just grab a bit of shopping. So I'm going to go down to the supermarket, grab a load of stuff, and that way I don't have to worry about it later on. The car is acting rather strangely, so I've got a funny feeling it may be time for either the service or it just needs looking at, because it's not driving properly. Not steering's fine, that kind of thing. It's just that when you put your foot down on the accelerator, it's not picking up as quickly as it should be. So it may be something to do with the fuel pump or one of the injectors or something like that. I don't know, I'm not a mechanic, but I know when something's not right. So I'm not driving, or I'm driving particularly carefully as I can. And of course, with it being a morning, school's rather busy as well. There's lots of traffic about. So driving slowly is kind of mandatory at the moment. It's Wednesday morning, it's 11 AM and I'm tea dyeing again. I've got 2 batches of paper, one which I've just finished. There we go. So I've been doing it for about an hour. So they're all done, dyed and dried. This is another field note commission. And I'm also halfway through another journal. This one is a specialist one. Well, I say a specialist one on a particular subject, but this isn't for anybody. This is one that I'm going to make just for me, and then possibly I may just sell it. But more of that later. Recording.
I have Wellingtons.
You have Wellingtons?
I have Wellingtons.
That's the postcard green.
Yes.
What colour are they?
I think they're black. They're imaginative, isn't it?
So you've not gone for anything spectacular like sky blue pink with yellow dot?
No, I haven't.
They look green. Or is that just the plastic?
Just the plastic.
They are green.
Oh, yeah. We've got steel toe caps.
Oh right, so is this for when you're pressure washing?
When I'm pressure washing, yes.
Right. Or is it some kind of rubber fetish thing
No,
you're getting
it's
into?
just pressure washing. Oh, yeah.
Nice. Do they feel comfy?
Yes. Yes,
So you've bought Wellington for a job you're only going to do once a year?
Yes, but I can wear them in the snow as well.
Right. So now's the perfect time to buy them in there.
They're only £9.99 including postage.
Talk about forward planning. It's Thursday afternoon, it's 5:30 and I've had a very, very busy day today. I've been sat at my computer since about 8:30 and I've not moved. It's just been one of those days where I've had loads and loads and loads and loads of things to do. Today I've sorted out my obligations as a website seller, if you like, because I sell things on my website. And I'm based in the EU. I have an obligation to get my website ready for the new data protection regulations that are coming into force on May the 25th, the new EU GDPR. So that's the new General Data Protection Regulations, GDPR. So I've done that today. I've upgraded my website so that the terms and conditions, the privacy policy, has all the information that is there for people who want to be forgotten. And also it tells you in more detail, in very, very clear language, what happens to the data that's stored when you make a purchase on my website. So name and address, that kind of thing. And more importantly, what doesn't happen to it, as in that I don't share it. And also that if you want to have that data removed, then you can do so. So all the details are now on there. And I've also done the same thing with my email mailing list. So if you're on my email newsletter, then you should have received an email from me saying that you now have to opt back in again. You have to give me your consent. So I've got a record of your consent for sending you those emails. That's the new regulation. So I've done that today. So I'm now GDPR compliant and ready for the 25th of May. So I've done that today. I've just videoed a Happy Mail video from Jocelyn Kezia, who sent me a fantastic, beautiful package of Happy Mail, which also included this steampunk pocket watch. And it works. It's not one to use in a mixed media project, it actually works. So I'm going to be using this when I wear my waistcoat to my vest for my steampunk costume. So that's going to be incorporated into one of my outfits, and obviously I will think of Jocelyn every time I wear it. So I've done that, just edited. Technology's playing up a little bit. It's now 5:30 and I haven't even rendered the video because it's just been one of those days where technology is fighting me to the point where it's just taken forever to do stuff. So I'm just about to render the video so that once it's done I can then get it up onto YouTube, hopefully before 6 o'clock. So there you go. And I'm hungry and I'm cooking dinner tonight. So I'm doing a chili con carne, can't pronounce anything today. I'm having a chili. We're doing a chili. There you go. How's that? So it shouldn't take too long to cook, but I'm absolutely ravenous. It's 1 o'clock on Friday, the 18th of May. The sun's shining, but I've jumped into the car quickly just to nip down to the supermarket. I've got a rather odd shopping list today. I want some large potatoes for baking, so some large baking potatoes. I want a block of preferably Monterey Jack cheese with chili in it, so it's got some heat to it, because we're having steak tonight for dinner. And I want to do some potato wedges, large potato wedges with grated Monterey Jack cheese over the top. No, not very slimming, I know, but just when you're in the mood to go with the steaks. I also want 1 metre of chain. Yes, chain. Sort of garden chain. Sometimes where we live, things do go missing. And when we put flower hanging baskets outside the house, occasionally, not every year, but occasionally, it's happened once or twice, somebody's stolen them. Basket, hanger, the lot. But they've left the bracket, obviously. So now we've taken to just wrapping a small piece of chain with a padlock through the hanging chains onto the brackets so that they can't be stolen. I mean, obviously somebody who's intent in stealing would just be able to, you know, pull the chain apart because it's not that strong anyway, or bring a pair of cutters just to cut the chain off. But it's what we say, just an honest deterrent. There you go. Just don't make it too easy for them. So I've already got the padlocks. We just can't find the chain from the ones from last year, so I'm just going to go grab some from, there's like a home store, like a hardware store just behind the supermarket. So after I've done the supermarket, I'm going to nip in there and just grab some. Come on, mister. People just stopping in the middle of the road. Oh, supermarket's not very busy. Car park's empty. On a Saturday afternoon, mind you, it's a Saturday afternoon, sorry, Friday afternoon. But then again, it is sunny and people are probably at work. Or sat in the gardens, which is where I want to be. This morning though, it is, like I said, it's 1 o'clock, but this morning I was finishing off a journal, a handmade journal for a commission. It's another field note one, you know, with all the butterflies and the botanical stuff in it, but no creepy crawlies this time, no bugs, because the person doesn't like bugs. So it's all botanical. There's some plants and that kind of stuff in, some butterflies, ladybirds, ladybugs, a few moths and a couple of dragonflies, but that's probably about it really. And some ferns, some nice fern design backgrounds. Once it's all finished, I will do a flip through and I'll show you. think I've broken Mr Bentley.
This is our little wooded area. It's got a little bit overgrown over winter, so we're weeding it.
You are?
I am, yeah.
I'm entertaining the dog. Bring your toy then. Bring Mr Moo Cow. No, he's having a rest. That way now. I can't throw it unless you let go. Thank you. You're a good boy bringing it back, aren't you? And this will probably be the pattern for the rest of the afternoon. You're having a rest now. You're having a rest. Yep, okay. I think that's definitely a rest. It's Sunday the 20th and it's 11:21 in the morning, and this morning we've been out in the garden planting some more flowers and tidying up, trimming, pruning, edging the borders, that kind of stuff, and generally tidying up out there, and also throwing balls and stuff for Mr Bentley up and down the garden so that he's had a good run and a little play out in the sunshine. I've had to come inside now. Ian's going to start cooking lunch in a minute, but I've got to do some more journal stuff. So I've got some more, well, I've still got some commissions that I'm trying to get finished. So my desk at the moment is completely covered in papers, which I'll show you in a second, and my printer is busy churning out pages by the second. So currently I've got piles of paper there, I've got piles of paper here, so this is all the pages and insert sheets, signature sheets that I'm printing out to go in the journal that I'm currently working on. So this one is, I don't want to give too much of a sneak peek away, but hopefully I should have this done pretty soon, by the end of the week. But this is a safari themed journal for our friend Nairi in Australia. So these pages are coming out now. Some lovely kind of like African maps going in there, some camp and expedition equipment. There's all sorts of bits and pieces. It's been real good fun doing this one. I've got pages with African elephants on, as well as a few other animals that are going in there too. I'd also like to say a huge thank you to all of my angels, without whose generosity and support these videos would not be possible. Thank you.